Here we go with episode 3 of Orb on the movements of the Earth. In the last episode, we saw that E. Hubert died and he left all his scripts to Rafal. Let's see now how Rafal is gonna go on with his researches. Let's watch it together. If you ask your father, he will say, "How dare you!" Okay, that's how Hubert. Wait, but the father is the teacher? No, don't tell me. The father is the teacher? No way, maybe. No, wait a second. So even the teacher was pretending something in front of everybody. Don't give up, Rafal. Oh! Run. Go, go, go. Mm. Because he was kind. Good job, Rafal. No. Oh, really? The proper. Who said it's the proper? I swear. Whoa! Go away as far as you can. Yeah, that's a problem. Why? Yeah, I think so. Mm. Be careful, yeah. I'm afraid that he's gonna follow you somehow. Whatever you do. No, he didn't leave anything. Come on. He's not that stupid, of course. So he revised them. See, he doesn't wanna give up. So in the meantime, you get the water, then he's gonna check, of course. 'Probably Hubert talked to him too. Oh, of course. Stand still. Yeah, don't be afraid of what he says. Try to do like Rafal. See, he always tried to threaten them because of a pain. Yeah, we understand. But the way he is saying it makes you feel more afraid of that. No, no, no. No. Come on, protect your son. Uh, so don't say. Oh, don't betray your son. But I expect that probably he will do that because he's afraid of his own life. Don't. Don't do that. Oh no, 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 what are you doing? You confirmed already. You should have stayed silent. You did that. Not yet. It's too early, I mean. Already? Wow. I really hope. I really hope that this father doesn't make the wrong choice. Come on, be different for a second, even if, okay, later I'm gonna tell you, but. What the F? Oh, come on! No F way, but look, how can you be a father to do something like that? I don't wanna watch. And they follow the church, okay? They follow the church. Will he do it? No, you don't care. Trust me, you don't care. No matter who he is. I don't think Rafal will do that this time. I mean, he faked it too many times, and probably now he will be tired of it. Come on, Rafal, it's time to be courageous, you know. Even if your father betrayed you, leave him on. Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's for sure. Mm. But why do I think that he will change his mind? Eh, now you are there because there are people who impose their ideas on you. You're still intelligent. But that's too easy. You should make a difference. See? Easy. But the world is not easy. Yeah, it's moving. Mm. Always. Fight for it. Please. Come on, Rafal. Come on, Rafal. That's true. That could be true, yeah.
宣言します。僕は地動説を信じ
Yes! Yes! Good job! Good job! Oh, I'm so proud of Rafal. Yes!
囚人でもこんなにいいものが飲めるんですね。
Yeah, don't be drunk.
実に特別に与えるものだよ。
Good job, Rafal. So proud of you.
なぜこんな台無しにした？
単純ですよ。資料を焼かない方が地動説のためになると思った。
無駄だ。拷問を甘く見るな。どうせ明日の昼には宝のありかを吐くさ。
敵は手強いですよ。
Mm.
あなた方が相手にしてるのは僕じゃない。
Yeah.
異端者でもない。
Yeah.
ある種の想像力であり、好奇心であり、 筆境。それは知性だ。それは流行り病のように増殖する。宿主さえ制御不能だ。一組織が手なずけられるほど可愛げのあるものじゃない。
Thank you. Well said.
君か。
Of course he will win.
君の未来にとって正解だと思うのか？
そりゃ不正解でしょ。でも不正解は無意味を意味しません。ところで、消しの実の効果は知ってますか？
消しの実？
古くはアテナイなんかで使われてたようですが、それと毒物を混ぜると、まあ簡単に言うと苦しまずに死ねる。で、さっきそれをコップに入れました。
Look, Rafal is the one.
そっちにじゃありませんよ。
Ah, okay.
飲んだのは僕です。
Oh!
嘘だろ。お前、頭おかしいぞ。
まあ、
まあじゃないだろ。それに、その選択は教えに反してる。
But see?
どこまで教会をコケにするんだ。死の先に恐ろしい運命が待ってるぞ。
死の先なんか誰も知りませんよ。
Oh, let's say it.
誰も死を味わってない。
Yes.
誰もが最大の悪であるかのように決めつける。 エピクロス曰く、我々のあるところに死はない。死のあるところに我々はない。
I'm so
セ
happy.
ネカ曰く、生は適切に活用すれば十分に長い。僕はそのすべてに賛成です。
Me too.
そんなの2000年近くも前の愚かな異教徒の言葉だろ。
So what?
絶対死も救いもない。
So
そんな言
what?
葉で何になる。
感動できる。
Yes.
フベルトさんは死んで消えた。でも、あの人のくれた感動は今も消えない。
Look, Hubert would be so proud of you.
寿命の長さより大
Yes,
切なものだと思う。
absolutely.
だからこの場は僕の命に変えてでも
Oh, yeah.
この感動を生き残らせる。
Definitely, he can transmit that to others.
わけもわからんものに熱中して命すらなきゃ。
It doesn't matter.
そんな状態を狂気だとは思わないのか。
Not at all.
確かに。でもそんなの愛とも言えそうです。
Oh, Rafal is more intelligent than all of you, huh?
ではそろそろ一人にしてもらえ
Keep going on with your convictions, you know. You will never go somewhere far. Well done, Rafal. I totally stand with you. He took the risk to do something that was not considered good, and this is already something intelligent. Oh! Oh! Yeah, because Rafael died, right? So now someone else is gonna find his researches. Yet the same. Or he will find the researches. But who is this man? Who gave him the necklace? Ah, here we go again. The same. Ursa. The right justice to Rafal. Absolutely. I think that Rafal represents exactly those characters who say a lot in few episodes and then they go. That's one of the things that I like. There are so many other examples in many other stories of characters who didn't last long, but they gave us already what was needed to know, you know. I have never expected Rafal to die, sincerely. I thought that he would have lasted longer, but in this episode, everything that he said was simply correct. I totally stand on his side. I wanted to start from the beginning. I've never thought, guys, that the father of Rafal was the teacher. Unbelievable, because also he was playing a role in front of others by knowing everything that was considered about the heliocentrism, and he made his own researches with lots of books of astronomy in his house, and then what he was doing was exactly what Raphael did. He started to learn about astronomy, then he was considered an heretic, so he stopped and he decided to change his life, even if the books of astronomy were still in his house. Let's say that the father of Rafal, to me, he's a coward, because he didn't have the proper courage to go on, that he preferred to stay silent and follow what the church was saying because of the fear of a church. I mean, as I was telling you in the previous episodes, there is this fear of feeling the pain, and this fear of dying that is contrasting our will of living. And so if we are threatened with our own lives, we are scared to die, because we always think that when it's over, we don't know what's after, right? So I think that even Rafal's father made the wrong choice, because what he was lacking was courage, but also curiosity. And the importance that curiosity has in our lives should matter more than anything else. I totally agree with what Rafael said about life when he was already in jail, and he was saying something so beautiful. He was saying that no matter how long your life is, the most important thing is how you live your life, how curious you are about what's surrounding you. Because even this curiosity can make you last forever. In the case of Raphael, he left something written, and somehow new people will find these writings, and his existence will be permanent, will go on through decades, will go on through centuries. So the way of being immortal, even if you're not, that's a recurrent message that we find in many other stories. I told you many times that if you say something that might be controversial at the beginning, somehow other people will follow you. Or if you leave something behind you, you will leave a heritage that other people will acquire, and it will be spreaded on and on and on. That's what's happening even now. Nowadays, we have lots of wars, as I told you in the previous episodes. We have lots of problems, and those who stand up for what's right, in their opinion, they create a legacy, and they create a way for new generations to go on, to discover, to understand. And that's something that the church didn't want in this story. See, the inquisitor was talking to Raphael, and was also talking to Raphael's father, by saying that the church doesn't want that other people are curious. They don't want that people try to investigate and they try to discover what's after what's said. And I totally dislike it. You know, even I am very curious in my life. I also try everything that I can to discover things that are unusual, things that are not proper for the society we live in. But let me tell you honestly, who cares? Because the most important thing is that you keep being curious, no matter what other people think, no matter how people define you. Who cares? The most important thing is that you feed your curiosity day by day, and it doesn't matter if you die tomorrow, if you die next week, if you die next month. The good thing was that you spent that time by doing the things you like. And that's why I totally approved what Raphael did. It was pointless to go on living like that, to fake, to please others. For the first time, Raphael was pleasing himself, his curiosity, the good purposes, and that was the right thing. Yeah, then he died. It's not fine, of course, and here we condemn church one more time, because see, centuries ago, church was like that, and nowadays the church is in another way. They don't respect the will of Jesus or the will of God. So anyway, no matter the difference of the centuries, no matter the way they are different throughout the time, anyway, the organization that was supposed to spread the words of God, they are not so coherent. I really like that in this anime they are criticizing this. There is this hypocrisy. There is this incoherence that it's going on and on and on. So I don't find such a difference. Yeah, I can find a difference in the methods, but I don't find a difference in the incoherence that the church is going on spreading. I really like the fact that in this story we are encouraged to follow the instincts instead of following the rational ways of living our lives. For the first time, Raphael was not following what was good to do. For the first time, Raphael was following his instinct. And when he was breaking the paper, that was a pure instinct, because he was following his curiosity. And I am happy that Hubert was finding the proper person. Because if Hubert was finding another person, probably now Raphael would have been a coward. He would have submitted to church one more time, and he would have preferred theology instead of astronomy, and things would have gone on and on and on, repeating itself over and over. Like his father, because his father made the mistake to go on and on and on, following the church, following the impositions and the fake that he was believing in all these. Raphael broke that chain finally, and I was so happy, sincerely. Even the speech that he was making in front of this inquisitor at night was simply marvelous, because he was not afraid of death, because he knew that something would have happened, that someone would have found that letter he wrote, and he would have gone on living. So his ideas would have never died for real, and that's what it means to be eternal. So even when the Inquisitor was saying, "Are you not afraid of dying? Then you can't go to heaven, then you can't go there, then you will never be able to fulfill what you were taught," Raphael said, "But nobody knows what's after death. Nobody has experienced death before. So how are you thinking what's after if you're still living?" And then, let me say it honestly, when he was quoting all the philosophers that I also like, I was so happy because my favorite subject is philosophy. So everything that Raphael was saying, even citing Epicurus, that is one of my favorite, or Socrates, and all the others. Anyway, the point is, you can't talk about something you've never experienced. You can't talk about something you can't have a feedback from. And that's correct. I mean, we don't know what's death. I mean, we know that everything will finish. That's what they told us. But we have never experienced it directly. Or, if we believe in reincarnation, we have experienced it. But when there's that moment of dying, everything is blurred. We don't know. It's like as if someone cut from us that experience. Probably we can have a deja vu about our previous lives, but we don't have the exact explanation for that moment. So everything is unclear, everything is untold, and that's the beauty, the mystery. If you don't know something, keep going on and search, research, even if you will never have the answer for what you're searching for. Keep going, because you will keep your brain alive. You will not age as much as other people who keep thinking what the society is telling you to think, and you will be open-minded. Never stop questioning yourself. Keep going, because even if other people don't like what you research, it's not your problem, it's their problem. So who cares? Keep going. If that makes you feel happy, if that makes you want to become what you want to become, do it. That's the best suggestion I always say to myself too, and to others. Keep going on researching, because as you can see, if we talk about the church is an organization with lots of secrets, with lots of mysteries untold, and they prefer to keep these mysteries like that. Because if we discover things, if we discover these secrets, things will never be the same for them, not for us, you know. That's the reason why they tried for centuries to keep people silent, to keep people doing what they wanted. Because if you don't doubt, everything is fine for them. They can keep going on and do their things without you guessing, without you talking about it, without you investigating about it, and whatever. So I don't like these. I like Raphael because Raphael wants to go against all of these. And even if they were spreading their ideas to try to convince the society about it. So even the society is like brainwashed. It's always the same. Raphael was breaking that chain that was kept silent for too long and tried to do something different. I also liked the moment in which the Inquisitor was telling him, look, but when you do something like this, you will go against the principles of the church and you will stay in jail. But even by staying in this jail, Raphael found the beautiness of the moon. I mean, Raphael found something good even if he was confined into a jail. So, no matter how much they threaten you, try to find the positive thing of what you see or where you are, because that's what they try to do. They try to tell you that they put in jail, they burn you alive and whatsoever, like the way in which the Inquisitor was threatening Raphael's father. But sincerely, it was working for Raphael's father because Raphael's father was not courageous enough. But it didn't work for Raphael because Raphael had the chance, since he was very young, to get in touch with another person, with Hubert, who gave him a vision of the world that was completely different. And that started his curiosity from. I mean, from that moment, something was glitching into his brain and he was creating this curiosity about it, even if he was trying to deny it at first, because when we discover something different from the usual things we are taught, the disillusion starts. It's so difficult for us to accept something that is completely different after so many years that they teach us the difference. So if I tell you that the sky is blue and since you were born the sky is blue, and somebody else comes and they can tell you, look, the sky is even pink sometimes, you never believe it because these are preconcepts installed in your mind since you were born. And of course, you start denying them, you start not accepting them, you start telling that other people are crazy if they think something like this. Until they see with their own eyes the fact that it could be probable. And then things are changing. But of course, in this story, the church doesn't want this. Because if you understand that there might be a difference in what they are telling you, then it's a problem for them because they're gonna lose their power. And everything is based on this. I mean, even in that society, everything was based on money, on power, on status. What's the difference? I mean, even now, power, money, status are the most important things to rule on society. So, as much as I was telling you, this story is not just talking about the 15th century, it's talking about nowadays too. And that's why I like this parallelism, because even if some things changed, there are other things that didn't change so much, or they changed their form, but the source is always the same. So this story makes you think. And yeah, I think that what Raphael's father did to Raphael was simply disgusting, but I can understand anyway, because when you're afraid of dying, when you're afraid of being tortured, when you decided to start your life once again, you hope that nobody will find your secrets again and expose them, because you will feel very fragile. And in his case, he's gonna lead to death, right? So the lack of courage brings you there, even to not protect a member of your family. We human beings are selfish. I told you this many times, and this is the proof. I mean, Raphael's father didn't even care about his son, or actually, he cared for a second because he was promised that his son would have never been imprisoned. So he tried to do that to let him escape from the torture, from death, from the punishments, from being burned alive, okay? But for a second, Raphael's father was trying to save himself first, and then Raphael. That's the human nature, sincerely. We always care about ourselves, and then we care about somebody else. That's a pure instinct. I mean, this is something that is deep inside ourselves, and I don't think that we can change that. We went 10 years after. So now somebody else found what Raphael researched till that moment, I mean, till he died. And that's impressive. Yeah, because other people now will be involved. So as you can see, legacy will go on. And you can think, okay, but even in this case, this heliocentrism, it can be like the church, because this idea will go on, will try to brainwash other people of this existence, of this theory being true, etc., etc., etc. So other people will be involved, more people will believe in these, and they create this other organization. That's true. I mean, we should be able, as I told you in the previous episode, to detach ourselves from everything they told us and try to give an independent opinion about it. But sincerely, this is a kind of revolution, and I like revolutionary characters because they bring something new, something untold, something different, something that can change the world forever. And I like these kind of things. Last but not least, when Raphael was talking about inspiration, yes, that's what mattered, because the Inquisitor was astonished by seeing how Raphael seemed so serious about what he was saying, and actually that's all because of the inspiration. Yeah, what Hubert told Raphael inspired him. And that's the best way to conduct a research. That's the best way to try to find something new. Inspiration. Even what his father was searching and all these books of astronomy inspired Raphael to learn more. So the importance of curiosity, the importance of inspiration, and these new things that are coming out that are better than what's said before, because what's said before is always told the same thing to follow, etc., etc. But these things are new. So we like to explore something new. We like to imagine something that we have never imagined. And that's why Raphael was captured by all these things. And he was trying to make it his own life. Yeah, I'm so glad that he decided to stop following the impositions from society, that he stopped faking, because if he kept faking, his life would have been very miserable like his father's. I feel sorry that he died, of course, because he was very young, but he proved that even young generations can make it better than the previous generations. If you want something, you will get it anyway, no matter these huge wall called death. Once you step on death, you can't come back, right? But that's a risk that you have to take. That's the courage we are talking about. And now I'm curious about these people who found this letter in which it's written Earth. That means Chi. So I wanted to see what Raphael wrote. And why that man had do you remember the necklace that Hubert had? Where did he find it? I really want to see next episode how they tell us about these men who are going on and on and on to try to find these box in which everything that Raphael wrote was there. Let's see how it goes on. Of course, I'm very, very curious, and I promote this story because, yeah, this story is courageous because it's talking about a subject that is pretty controversial, but let's talk about it. The more we talk about these things, the more people wake up somehow. Not just about what happened, but even what's happening now. So let's keep talking about all these kind of things. Thank you so much for the support. See you tomorrow with episode 4 of Orb on the Movements of the Earth. And thank you so much. Bye. See you in the next video.